Pin, peel, pale, pine, snip, halt, peel in, finish, peel spine, pipe, pour, pour, porn, February, pull prawn, friendly, office, if, sofa, white, profile, lab, telephone, photograph, beautiful, photographer, comfortable, myself, apple, soft, Mr. Puffin, Phillips, typical, beer, vine, bail, view, leave, halve, Bera, living, have, berry November, pipe, village living, love, belly, driving, lovely, ban, live, lips, Victor, arrive, we, will, west, wet, wine, whale, when, woods, everywhere, well, why, sandwiches, wet weather while, 12, Wendy, went, white, wine, 20, which, were, quiet, what was where, quickly, watch at war, sweet, walk, away, Gwen, warm, railway, squirrels, wonderful, joke, Jack, Jem, Jess, Wellington. Oh, Jeers, Wellington. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said on Monday, November 29, the country will move into a system of living with the COVID-19 virus later this week, despite the new Omicron variant posing as a fresh health threat to the world. There were no cases of the Omicron variant in New Zealand at this stage, but the developing global situation showed why a cautious approach was needed at the borders, she said. Omicron is a reminder of the risks that still exist at our borders, Arden said at the news conference. New Zealand has some of the toughest border control in the world and plans to keep borders closed to most international travelers for over 5 months. It also introduced fresh border measure for travelers from 9 Southern African nations on the weekend, announcing that only citizens from this country can travel to New Zealand and will have to stay in state quarantine for 14 days. Arden said a lot of evidence still needed to be gathered to know the impact of the Omicron variant. It may impact on our vaccines, but it may not. It may be more severe or it may be more mild than Delta. We simply don't know, Arden said. Director General of Health Ashley Bloomfield said authorities were looking at whether more needed to be done at the borders to keep Omicron away. It's really just looking to keep it Omicron out while we learn more about it. Bloomfield told reporters at the news conference New Zealand moved into a new traffic light system from Friday that rates regions as red, orange, or green, depending on their level of exposure to COVID-19 and vaccination rates. Auckland, the epicenter of the country Delta outbreak, will start at red, making pass makes mandatory and putting limits on the gathering New Ze- at public place. New Zealand has had about 11,000 11,000 cases so far and 43 related deaths. Long ago, the mice and general council to consider what measure they could take to outwit their common enemy, the cat. Some said this and some said that. But at last a young mouse got up and said he had a proposal to make which he thought would make the cat. You will all agree, said he, that our chief danger consists in the sly and treacherous manner in which the enemy approaches us. Now, if we could receive some signal of her approach, we could easily escape from her, I venture. Therefore, to propose that a small bell be procured and attached by a ribbon around the neck of the cat. By this, means we should always know when she was about and could easily retire while she was in the neighborhood. The proposal met with a general applause until an old mouse got up and said, "This is all very well, but who is to build the cat?" The mice looked at one another and nobody spoke. Then the old mouse said, "It is easy to propose impossible remedy.